So, rather than write a report about going to a conference on social networking, I thought I would make a video. By the way, I'm Sarah Island, the Regional Director for East Asia. I'm going to give you some key words, some concepts, some ideas from me, and well, see what you think. So, this is the conference held in Singapore. Oxfam were the only NGOs to be invited to present, and I think we gave them a bit more of a different perspective on how social networking can be used as a platform, for example, campaigning, particularly giving the example of our climate change campaign. But also I was challenging them to say we really need to use things like social networking to get the voices of poor people heard, and how do we do that? So that was a challenge, and they were interested in that challenge. But let me tell you a little bit about what I heard. I heard the word listen, the word belonging, the word partnership a lot over 2 days. I also heard about the challenges of metrics, so measurement. How do we measure the impact of social networking? Social networking for me, this was a good example. Before social networking, we had relationships like this in terms of communication, what they were describing as husband and wife. Now these networks go much more like this, and it's more about friendships, colleagues, inter-relational relationships, and that's what social networking is all about. There was a good kind of process model that was presented, and it was about the fact if you use social networking, you have to listen to your users and co-create with your users. So from that process you'll get new product ideas, you'll fix bugs. So if you've got a piece of equipment and you start an interaction with your customer, you can find out what's wrong with it very quickly. You can discuss with your client and then respond to your clients as well, or your customers, and that leads to greater transparency, better innovation and engagement with your customer base. I guess one of the things we need to think about is who is our customer base. Another interesting aspect of social media and social networking was what they were talking about, influencing. Well, influencing is very very familiar to us, because that's what the basis of our campaigning and policy work. But they were talking about brand advocacy being a key driver for business growth, because loyalty, they said, is not enough anymore. So you have to build up a fan base, if you like, advocates who can recommend your products and create this kind of groundswell. And I think that's exactly what we do in campaigns. Interesting fact, one person in the US tells 10 people how to vote, where to eat, what to buy. So that kind of word of mouth influencing is really important. I think one challenge for us around social media is, are we really ready for people to tell us what they think about us? Because if we open ourselves up to social networking, social media, it's really a free-for-all, and we get to hear good things, but we also get to hear not so good things. The good thing is that this medium is very high speed, very high impact, just what we need. And this word viral came up a lot, which means, for me, as I understand it, cascading. But social media gives everybody a voice, and that's why it could be important to us. In terms of resourcing, it takes time rather than money. And for commercial company, social networking is about 5% brand and 95% means of communication. So those are some of the things that I heard, but like I said, the important thing for me was listen to your customers, understand how social networking works. Facebook is a way of people interacting with their friends and colleagues. We can't impose that as an organisation or as a brand. We need to work with it and understand that the excitement and challenge of that dialogue. Very exciting, lots of potential. I'm not sure that we're really ready for it, but I'd be really interested to explore it. So that's some of my slightly garbled and chaotic thoughts on the social networking conference that I went to last week.